Welcome to Kids Yoga. I'm Josie, and this is my assistant, Kai. I want you to sit up nice and tall with your legs crossed and reach your arms out overhead. Come on, Kai, are you gonna do it? All right, bring your hands together over your head and then down right in front of your heart. Good. Take a full breath in and exhale. Good. So lower your hands to your knees, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about yoga, what yoga is. And yoga is about moving our bodies and breathing as we move. So when we do that, it helps us to calm down, it helps us to get more focused, and it also helps our bodies to get stronger and more flexible. So there's lots of good things that we can benefit from doing yoga. So let's start with our hands on our knees, and I want you to start to move your body by bringing your chest forward like you're arching and your shoulders roll back, and then start to move your chest back and round your back. Let me see you do it, Kai. Yeah, really good. So sit up tall and inhale. Can you breathe through your nose? And then exhale, round your back. Good, and inhale, lift your chest forward, and exhale. Good, and then inhale and sit up nice and tall, and stretch your arms out and up overhead. So that's your inhale. As you exhale, go over to one side, so one hand on the floor and reach through your other fingertips. Good, nice full breath. And then we'll come back up through center, reach your arms up and over to the other side. Full breath. Really reach through your fingertips like you're trying to reach over to your friend next to you. Good. And then coming back up through center and take your arms out and behind you on the floor and lift your chest up nice and tall, and then look to your friend to your left. Oh, that's your right. You don't have a friend on your left. Good. Back to center and turn your head. Turn to the right. Look to your friend to the right if you have one. And then come back to center. Good. Now this one's fun. It's a little bit hard. I want you to take your arms out in the air like a big letter V. And then bring your fingertips together down to your palms, and your thumbs are up like you're hitchhiking. Let's see. Yes, good. All right, now I want you to stick your tongue out and pant like a dog. Good, inhale. And exhale, lower your arms out by your sides. Good, did that make you feel a little bit heated? You're getting a little warmer? Do you feel hot? Kind of. All right, come to hands and knees. So come around. So your hands are on your mat and your knees are on your mat. And I want you to move your back in the same way we already did. So arching like a cat and rounding like a cat. So this is a happy cat where you're arching and your tail's up and your chin's up. And this is the angry cat as your upper back goes towards the sky. So inhale as you arch and exhale as you round. Good, do that a couple more times. So we're letting the muscles in our back get warmed up. Notice your breath, try to breathe through your nose. Good, and then come back to center and bring your knees a little bit wider and come up onto your fingertips. And then move your hips in circles. Good, nice big circles. Go in the opposite direction. Good, and then let your butt go back towards your heels and lower your head and chest towards the floor. This is called child's pose. So you can bring your hands down, yeah. So nice deep breath in and out. And this is a good yoga pose to do if you need to calm down or get quiet with yourself. Sometimes our brains get going so fast and they're so busy, and we just need to take a couple of deep breaths with ourselves. Full breath in and exhale. Good. And then coming back up through hands and knees. And here, lifting your knees off the floor, lift your butt up and back into downward facing dog. And if you can bend one knee and press the opposite heel, keep your butt up as high as you can. Good. And then go ahead and come forward into plank like you're going to do a push-up, and lower your knees to the floor and bend your elbows and lower all the way down. Good. Bring your hands out a little bit wider on your mat and lift your chest up for cobra. Good. Make sure you pull your belly in and lower down. And inhale and lift. And exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. And lower. Good. Come back through hands and knees and downward facing dog. So lift your hips up, lift your butt up. Good. Try to get your legs as straight as you can. And then go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. Good. So you're touching the floor and your head is moving towards the floor. Take a full breath in and lift halfway. So bringing your hands to your shins, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your chest a little bit, and exhale, fold. Good. Bend your knees and bring your hands to your thighs, shoulders back, and come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up and overhead and hands to your heart. Good work. Take a full breath in and exhale. Good. Inhale and reach your arms up and hold your left wrist and side bend over to your right. It's good practice to work on our rights and our lefts. And then back to center and hold your right wrist and side bend over to your left. Kai and I are doing the opposite of you. We're like a mirror of you. Full breath in and exhale. Good. Back to center. And now take your hands behind you. And if you can interlace your hands at your low back. Good. So lift your shoulders up and back. And then start to bring your chest and belly forward on your thighs. Keep your hands behind your back and lift them off your back. Good. Turn and look to your right. And look to your left. And back to center. And bend your knees and come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up. And hands to your heart. Good work. All right, let's do a little bit of balancing. So if you can stand on your right leg, arms by your sides, and lift your left knee up. Now, if you're really wobbly and have a hard time keeping one foot off the floor, if you look at the floor and look at one thing, don't take your eyes off of that. That point is called a drishti point. And then lower your left foot, and now we'll lift your right foot. Good. Full breath. Did you switch legs?
Yeah.
Okay. And then lower down. Good. So we'll do that again, and we're going to add on something this time. So stand on your right, lift your left, and take your arms up overhead. Good. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Good. And see if you can close one eye. Just one. It's okay if you're wobbling and hopping around. Good. And then close the other eye. See if you can do that. Good. And then lower that left foot down. Good work. All right, switch sides. So stand left and lift your right knee up. Good. So it's okay to wobble. Find your point to look at on the floor. Reach your arms up. Bend your elbows out to the sides and see if you can close one eye. Makes it a little bit more tricky. And then switch, close the other eye. Good. And then eyes open and lower your foot. Good. Shake your legs out. Good. Now we're going to stand on your right leg and bring your left foot anywhere inside your right leg. So this is tree pose. If you can bring your foot up high inside the thigh, you're welcome to do that. And again, look down at the floor, look at a spot that isn't moving, and take your arms out and up, maybe wiggle your fingers. So this is called tree pose. And Kai, do trees stand still? Sometimes, but what makes them move?
The wind.
The wind makes them move. So move around as if the wind were blowing you. Good, and then lower that left foot down and standing on your left foot, and now we'll do tree on the other side. So right knee out. Good, take your branches out wide, wiggle your little fingers. You can move your arms around like you're blowing in the wind. Good, and then lower that foot down. Good, I like tree, it's fun. All right, standing on your right foot, bend your left knee and hold your foot or your ankle. So we're getting a little stretch in this front thigh. Good. See if you can kick your foot back and reach your arm forward towards me. Good. And as you come back up, lift your knee and lower your foot. Good. So now we're going to switch sides. Hold the other foot for the thigh stretch. Good. You can stay like this, or maybe you want to reach forward and kick your foot back. Pull your belly in and come back up. Good. Lift your knee and lower down. Good. All right, so standing nice and tall, reach your arms up and exhale, fold forward. Good. Now walk your hands and feet so you're in downward facing dog. Good. Lift your butt up really high. Let your heels lower towards the floor. Good. And then lower both knees to the floor. And then step your right foot forward outside your right hand. And then you're going to lean into your left hand and bring your right hand on your heart. Yep. And now turn open to your right, look up and reaching your right arm up. Nice full breath. And over your ear, nice and long. Good. Bring your right hand down inside your foot and see if you can get low on the floor with your elbows. Good. This is called lizard pose. So if you want to stick your tongue out like a lizard, you can. Good. Come up to straighter arms. And now you're going to wiggle your right foot forward and put the heel on the floor, lift your toes, and start to move the right leg straighter. So you'll feel a stretch in the back of that right leg. You feel it?
I can see my toe getting jammed.
Pull your toes back towards your face. And then bend your right knee, foot on the floor. Lift your left knee. Now lift your left leg up in the air. Lift it as high as you can. Higher. Full breath in. And exhale. And left foot next to the right. And step your right foot all the way back. Good. Lower your right knee to the floor and bring your right hand a little wider. Now turn to your left. Left hand on your heart. Good. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. Look up towards the sky. And reach your arm over your ear, nice and long. Good, full breath in. And exhale. Good, and bringing your left hand down inside your left foot and come down onto your elbows here inside your left leg. Good, breathe. You can stick your tongue out here for lizard pose. And then we're gonna come up to straighter arms. And we're gonna scoot that left foot forward, lifting the toes up and pull back with that heel. Good, lower your chest a little if you can. Try to stick your butt back. So really get your left leg straighter, yeah. Oh, you can stick your tongue out here too if you want. Good, and then bending your left knee, foot on the floor, lift your right knee, and lift your right leg in the air. Lift it up as high as you can. Full breath in. And exhale. Right foot next to the left. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in and out. Good. And lower your knees to the floor. And we'll have a seat again. And this time, let's take your legs out nice and wide. Yep. So sit up tall and reach your arms up overhead. And then take your right hand down to the floor, reach over with the left fingertips. And then back up to center. And left hand down, reach over to the right. I can almost touch your fingers. And back up through center. And this time I want you to turn towards your right leg and come forward over your right leg. So if you can hold your leg or your foot anywhere with your hands, and try to lower your chest. And take a full breath in and exhale. Good. And then coming all the way back up, reach your arms up. And now turn to face your left leg and come forward over the left leg. Yeah, hold your leg or your foot anywhere you can. A nice deep breath in and out. Good. And then coming back up, reach your arms up. And lower your arms down. Good. Bend your knees so your feet come together and your knees are out wide. Good. And hands right behind you, sit up nice and tall. And start to bring your chest forward. And you can bring your hands forward too. You can go as low as you can and breathe. Good. And then start to walk your hands back in. Hold the outside of your knees and bring them in together. Good. Bring your feet a little bit wider and hands right behind you. Sit up nice and tall and take your knees over to one side and look over the other shoulder. Good. And then back to center and take your knees to the other side and look over the other shoulder. And come back to center. Good. Now take one ankle and cross it over your thigh. Yep. And then if you can lift your butt up and move your hips forward, your seat forward, flex your toes. So flexing means pulling your toes towards your knee. Sit up tall. Breathe. Good. And slide that bottom leg out and switch legs. So crossing ankle over thigh, and you'll scoot that bottom foot in. Bend your right knee. Yep. Good. Sit up tall. Move your hips forward. Lift your chest up. Breathing. Flex your toes a lot. Yeah. Good. And then slide that leg out. And then just start to shake your legs out. Good. And now we'll cross our legs. So sit up nice and tall. So you sit up on a cross leg. Good. And I want you to bring your hands on your shoulders. And I want you to inhale to your right and exhale to your left, twisting your upper body. So you're going to inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, inhale, exhale. Do a couple at your own pace. Full breaths. Good. And then coming back to center and reach your arms up and hands to your heart. Good. You guys are doing really well. All right. I want to do this really fun meditation where we use our hands in different mudras. So it's like yoga for your fingers. You're moving. Let's see if you can touch your thumb to your first finger, your thumb to your second finger, your thumb to your ring finger, and your thumb to your pinky finger. Let's see you do it. All right, first finger, Kai, this one is your first finger. Yes, and then your middle finger, yes, and then ring finger, let me see, yes, and then pinky finger. Perfect. All right, so we've all got it? All right, so when we do those finger motions, we're gonna say something with it. So the words are sa, ta, na, ma. Let's say it together. Sa, ta, na, ma. Good. Now I need you guys to do this with us. So let's practice. We're going to do sa, ta, na, ma. I couldn't hear you. Ready? Sa, ta, na, ma. We're going to keep going. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Keep going. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Now we're going to whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Now we're going to do it silently. Keep saying it in your head as you're moving your fingers. Now we're going to whisper again. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Out loud. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 One more. Sa, ta, na, ma. Oh, that was so good. That meditation is really good to help us focus and to find concentration. So it's a good thing to do before you're about to start your homework, or if you're feeling like you have a lot of wiggles inside of you. Are you still wiggling? All right, so now let's go ahead and lay down onto our backs. So lay all the way down. Let's turn our heads this way and our feet this way. And as you lay down, I want you to stretch your arms out nice and long, legs out nice and long. Good, and then bend your knees so your feet are on the floor, and bring your arms right by your sides. And then start to lift your butt up off the floor, your chest up off the floor, and come to a bridge pose. So you're lifting your chin up, keep looking at the sky, press into your feet. Take a full breath in. And exhale, lower your hips back down. Good, we're gonna do that 2 more times. So lift your chest, lift your hips, come up into bridge pose. Full breath in and breath out. And lower your hips all the way back down. And then 1 more time, lift your hips, lift your chest, lift up as high as you can. Full breath in. And exhale all the way back down. So good. Bring your feet a little bit wider and bring your arms out to a T. So out wide, and take your knees to your right. And back to center and knees to the left. Good, and go a couple more times. Go side to side with your knees. Good. And then coming back to center, and let your legs stretch out nice and long. Let your arms just be by your sides. And close your eyes, and we're just going to take a few moments of stillness. This is called Shavasana. And as much as it's important to move our bodies and to breathe, it's important to be still and quiet sometimes. So take a full breath in and exhale. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, and start to wiggle your toes and your fingers and hug your knees in towards your shoulders and rock a little side to side or front to back. And then roll all the way over to one side and come all the way up to a seat and sit up nice and tall. And you can sit with your legs crossed and bring one hand on your heart and the other hand on the floor. Good. So our hand on the floor just reminds us that we are all connected to each other wide and far, no matter where we are. When we practice yoga and we pay attention to our breath, our energies are connected. So take a full breath in together, exhaling together. Bring your hands together in front of your heart in prayer and close your eyes. Take another full breath in and exhale. And may the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within guide your way on. Sat Nam. And thank you for joining me and joining Kai today. From our hearts to yours. Namaste. Thanks, dude. Nice work. Hey, it's me again. If you enjoyed this practice, please like, share, and subscribe. And consider supporting me by making a donation via Venmo or PayPal. Or even going one step further and joining my ever-growing Patreon community, where you can have access to exclusive content like workshops, live stream classes, and more full-length practices before I release them to the public. Remember, it's support like yours that allows me to continue providing content to the yoga community. Also, I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a line in the comments section and look below for all details and links. Thanks so much.